All right. Continuing those nice, deep grounding breaths. When you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes. We approach the full moon and we're asking for a message and a symbol for what we would like to focus on releasing. Throughout the meditation, you might hear one of my singing bowls. I will continue to remind you to breathe, and I'll be taking you on a little journey. We'll be meeting a spirit guide in an enchanted forest. Just want to say, whatever comes to you is perfect. There might be some people on this call or listening to the replay that hear me say, take a breath and that's it. And they go off journeying on their own. Might be someone that hangs on to every single word and yet doesn't quite see anything. And everything in between is perfect. You're showing up for yourself right now, showing up for everyone else that is showing up. And I just thank you for doing that. So whether you're laying down or your feet are flat on the ground, I want you to picture the breath coming up through your feet. We're going to do this 3 times to really get grounded in who we are. Anytime we go on a journey within through our clair senses, I always just like to make sure that we're nice and grounded so we know where we are. And when we come back from our journey, always just bring back one spirit. So just your spirit gets to come. Your soul lives in this body. So one body, one soul. All right, let's go ahead and do those breaths now. In through the feet, visualizing that breath coming all the way through our body and out the top of our head. Then exhale. And again, bringing that breath from our feet all the way up our body. And out the top of our head. And exhale. And one more time, bringing that breath all the way up. Exhaling out through the head. Now that we're grounded in ourself, let your breath be natural, whatever is best for you. And with a gentle eyes closed, I want you to travel with me now to our enchanted forest. Maybe you've been here before, maybe it's brand new, but in your heart, your soul, your blood, your bones, every cell in your body, you know this place is just for you. You are safe. You feel at home. And breathe. And it's nighttime in this forest, and yet you can see everything so clearly. There is a giant full moon guiding your path. And breathe. I want you to take a look down at your feet. Notice if you're wearing shoes or if you're barefoot. Notice what the ground feels like beneath you in this enchanted forest. Breathe. Really get solid into the ground, knowing that you're right here, right where you're supposed to be right now. When you're ready, go ahead and look straight up towards the sky. Take note of that beautiful infinite sky above you. What color is the sky? This is your enchanted forest, so it might be any color. Whatever comes to you is perfect. Take note if there's any stars in the sky and how many there are. Are they easy to see? How clear is it? Are there any clouds? And breathe. Now I want you to bring your head back to a natural position. Look side to side. Really take in all the trees around you. Maybe there's bushes. Maybe there's tall grass. Maybe there's rocks. Really take note of what kind of trees are in your enchanted forest. Might be surrounded by the same tree everywhere. There might be 100 different trees right around you. And once again, whatever comes to you is perfect. Now there's a calling in your heart to go forward. And in your stomach, you know the path. Intuition guides you. Start taking those steps, walking towards a new spirit guide ready to greet you. Take note of the path you're walking on. Is it a path that's been formed before? Are you in the middle making your own path? What does the ground feel like? Are you going up a slope at all or down? Or maybe it's completely level. Just really taking note, step by step, what is around you. If in every step you remember that every moment is magical, not just in this enchanted forest, but in everyday waking life as well. You are magical. You are loved. You are love. Following your intuition, continue on this path until you start to see in front of you this spirit guide. Now, maybe this is a completely new spirit guide to you. Maybe this is the first time you're ever meeting with spirit guides. Maybe this is like an old friend that you come to every day or every week. But this moment right now is new because there is only this moment right now. As you walk, even if this is your very first time, you start to get this feeling all over you, surrounding you, that just another friend is here to meet with you and guide you. Take note of your pace. Are you at a slow, steady pace? Maybe you're even running through this forest because you know it like the back of your hand. Does your pace increase at all now that you see your friend in the distance? Getting closer and closer. Walking towards this beautiful spirit guide that is here to help you, and is so grateful that you called upon them in this moment. And as you approach the spirit guide, getting so close now, how does your body feel? Are you buzzing with anticipation? Do you feel any of your chakras or just your energy center opening up? Maybe your heart center It's opening wide up for this dear friend. Maybe you're already connecting in heart to heart with this friend. Even from steps away, you are connected. And as we get close, go ahead and embrace this spirit guide however you feel fit. Maybe it's your first time meeting them and you shake their hand, or maybe you give them a big hug. Whatever feels right to you. And breathe. Enjoy this moment with this dear friend. Feel what it feels like to be in their presence. Feel the vibration you give off. How spacious do you feel? How open do you feel? Have these feelings with zero judgment. Just observe. Know whatever you are feeling is perfect. Because, my darling, you were born perfect. You still are perfect. And in every moment, you are perfect. Sometimes our ego likes to tell us there are things we need to be doing to be better. But that's just our ego speak. You know, in your heart and in your gut, your connection to source, you are perfect. The spirit guide applauds you for taking time to show up for a message of some piece of baggage, however big or small, you are ready to release. I applaud you. You applaud yourself because you are showing up for you. And in turn, we're showing up for the whole world at the exact same time. And breathe. For many, many years, a way of connection has been forehead to forehead, third eye to third eye. If this speaks to you, go ahead and do so now. And share a breath with this spirit guide. Take note of what they look like. Are they glowing as bright as the full moon? Do they look like someone you've met before? Coming back from that shared moment, third eye to third eye, really take note of what their face looks like. What color are their eyes? Does their nose and their smile look like? How familiar does it feel to look at them? Take note of their height and their hair. What are they wearing? Who are they to you? Once you have a clear picture of who they are, I want you to ask their name. Maybe it's a normal, in air quotes, of course, name like John or Joe. Maybe it's a sound that you haven't quite heard before, but feels right. And breathe. Maybe you haven't quite heard their name just yet, and that's okay. Tell them that you want a sign within the next week or sooner of what their name is, so that during this full moon cycle, you can call upon them as a reminder of what you're going to be releasing. And so that you can call upon them from years to come, however long they have chosen to be with you on this path. For some, spirit guides are with us since birth, and some drift in and out of our lives. Some come to help us with one individual task. Some help us with all our tasks. Take note of what feels right in this instant for you. Remembering that nothing is set in stone. We are like a river, always flowing, always changing. And so is our connection with spirit. And breathe. Now, there might have been multiple spirits that showed up for you tonight. But right now, I really want you to focus on just this one so that they can give you a message, a symbol to reflect back on as you work on whatever you're releasing. So really hone in on this one spirit. And breathe. I'm going to give you a little time so that you can talk, you can feel with your spirit on what you are releasing for this full moon. What speaks to you that you are ready to let go? And breathe. Maybe right now you just have an idea, and later you will journal about all the details of what you're releasing in this act. But for now, I want you to have your spirit guide whisper that into a bag, hand it over to you so that you may physically place what you are releasing down. This no longer serves you. Maybe it's been on your back. You've been carrying it with you for a long time. Well, I invite you now to place this burden down. Take a deep breath and say ha with me to really invite spirit in. Know that you are showing up for yourself right now doing this. Let's go ahead and do that now. Big inhale. Exhale with a ha. Now that burden has been placed down, watch that bag just disappear. Maybe this is something you learned that you thought you needed to survive. Maybe this is something that was taught to you. Maybe it's just something you're ready to let go of and you don't even know where it came from. Whatever it is, you know it's time to let go. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit lighter. Or maybe it's like you just put down a 50-pound suitcase. Whatever it is, breathe with me. Share this breath. Now I want you to put your hand out. And ask your spirit guide to either place or draw a symbol in the palm of your hand as a little reminder that you have placed this down. You have released. And the symbol will show up for you whenever you need it. Maybe it's a symbol you'll see. Maybe it's an actual thing that would be put in your path, like a pebble or a feather. Whatever is being given to you is perfect. And for right now, this is the symbol that reminds you of what you are releasing. And it may adapt and it may grow, but right now, what you have is absolutely perfect. Go ahead, close your hands, place your hands over your heart so you know that you hold that symbol dearly. And breathe. Thank your spirit guide for this symbol, for releasing this burden, for showing up for you tonight, and knowing that they are always there for you. At this time, I'd like you to say, "See you later," to your spirit guide. Whether you're giving a big hug or a kiss on the cheek or just shaking their hand, go ahead and do that now. And start walking back to where you came from. With each step you take, envision this gold light going all around you, being surrounded as if you're in this golden orb. Step by step, coming back to where you came from. Now I want you to envision this white light going all the way around your body. And to add a little love, let's go ahead and surround ourselves with pink. Although in the white, we absorbed all colors. Let's really do a coat of pink, love. Let's see this outline of us start to expand all around us. Step by step, we're getting closer back to where we came from. Noticing the trees you first started seeing when you landed right here in this enchanted forest. Feeling the feet walking beneath you, looking up and seeing the sky, the stars above you. Knowing that this pink, white, and gold light is radiating out from you. And breathe. Coming back to those first steps, to right where you were when you got here. Looking side to side, seeing these beautiful trees. Looking down, seeing the earth beneath you. Looking up, seeing the sky above you. Breathing in, breathing that breath through your feet all the way up through the top of your head. Now this enchanted is yours. You are welcome to come back to this at any time, whether that means re-listening to the recording, just going off on your own, or anything in between. Whatever feels right to you is perfect. Now go ahead, come back to our body. One body, one soul, infinite possibilities. And breathe. Breathe that breath up through the ground, the soles of our feet, all the way up through our head, radiating out. When you feel called to, gently rub your hands together. The hands are said to be an extension of our heart center. We're going to gently place our hands over our eyes so that when we feel ready, we can open our eyes and still be calm and relaxed in this somewhat dark space. And breathe, start to open those fingers and come back to where you are. Orient yourself in the room. Know where you're supposed to be is perfect. You are here for a reason, even if sometimes it doesn't feel like it. And hopefully you can take a moment or two and jot down some of what you experienced today. Shortly, I'll stop the recording and you can just go about your way onto journaling or whatever feels right to you. Maybe you feel inspired to draw or paint. Again, whatever is for you is perfect. I thank you for joining me for this full moon meditation. And I hope whatever you are ready to release, you do so with ease and comfort. Remembering that your breath connects each and every one of us. So one more time, let's share a breath. And breathe. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for continuing on your path.